Welcome to my channel. This is Priscilla in Cancer, your lab technician. So I'm here with another exciting episode. The last video we talked about synthesis of dinitrobenzene. We are going to do another synthesis. This time around is synthesis of acetanilide. As usual, I'm not going to do it. I have two of my colleagues here, but I'll call Ima. I did it, the nitrobenzene, I did it with him. So this time around, he is going to talk about the mechanism of how you are going to produce the acetanilide. So I will invite him to join me here. So Ima, please come. Yeah, so this is Ima. Ima is going to brief us a little bit about acetanilide, the chemicals involved, before we start with the main activity. So Ima.
Alright, thank you so much, boss. Thank you so much. Alright, as she said, today's practical is under the synthesis of acetanilide. Acetanilide is an amide that was used as an antiseptic. It was used in curing of fever and as a painkiller. Now the reason was that acetanilide, when taken into the body, is metabolized into paracetamol. This paracetamol. So it was this that was responsible for the painkiller and the relief of fever. But they also realized that it was also carcinogenic. Why? Because in some cases it is hydrolyzed into aniline, which was carcinogenic. So because of that, it has been replaced with paracetamol. Now let's see how acetanilide is produced. Acetanilide is produced by reacting aniline, which is an amine, with acetic anhydride in the presence of a catalyst such as zinc. And when you do that, this is what happens. You have acetanilide and acetic acid as a byproduct. Now let's quickly roll back to the details of the mechanism. Aniline here is a base. The lone pairs on nitrogen is acting as a nucleophile. So this one attacks the electrophilic center, the electrophile. And when it attacks, it opens here. And this is what we have. Nitrogen has used its lone pair in bonding, so we say it has lost its lone pair. It becomes positive here. Oxygen is becoming negative here. The next step. Oxygen having a negative charge is highly unstable. So what happens? It comes back to form the bond. And as it's coming back, this bond has to break, because that would mean that this carbon have 5 bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this has to break because it's a good leading group. So after it breaks, we now have the methyl group here. The double bond has formed, the methyl group is here. This is what is happening. Oxygen has now gained a negative charge. Now the next step. Nitrogen is still having a positive charge. So what happens? The conjugate base we have here abstract the proton, and the electrons here are donated to neutralize the positive charge. So we have our acetanilide here, and we have acetic acid as a byproduct. Mind you, in these days, acetanilide, though it is no more used as a painkiller, but it is used as a substrate, or it is used as an intermediate in the synthesis of penicillin. It is also used in the dye industry. Alright, so that is that.
Alright, thank you Ima for this beautiful introduction. So now that Ima has explained everything for us, now we are coming to carry out the practical. So I'll invite another colleague to join me, that is Joseph Anane, Joe for short, to come and perform the practicals for us to see. So Ima, thank you very much. So Joe, please come around. Okay, and start. Let's start.
Okay, so here we'll be needing aniline and acetic acid, but we'll add everything in there. Okay, so we'll add everything in the round bottom flask, but the reaction will be exothermic, so you need a protective clothing so that you won't drop the round bottom flask. Now I've already measured my 10 ml of aniline and 10 ml of acetic acid.
Acetic anhydride.
But we'll be using zinc as the catalyst, powder zinc as the catalyst. So now, as I'm done measuring it, I'll put my aniline in the round bottom flask like this, then followed by my acetic anhydride. So as you can see, it reacted, and if you were to hold it yourself, you see that it have produced a lot of heat. So madam can even testify, when you hold the
Yes,
round
it's very hot.
bottom flask at the neck, it's very, very hot. So now I'll add some powder zinc to it.
Yeah, about 0.5 grams.
Okay, so the mass should be less than 1. So since you are not being quantitative, I'm just adding a little of that. So after adding all my 3 samples to it, I'll swirl it, then I'll send it to the heating panel, then continue my practical. Thank you. So here I'll clamp my round bottom flask to the, so I'll clamp it. I'll open this part. Okay. So I'll send it a bit closer.
So if you have heating mantle, you can use it as well.
Okay. So after that, I'll put my reflux condenser on, then I'll turn on my tap.
So how many minutes are we heating?
Because we use the zinc, we heat it for about 30 minutes.
Okay, 30 minutes.
Yes, please.
I think you should push the setup to the back. Alright, so viewers, we are heating this for about 30 minutes. So after 30 minutes, we'll come back and tell you what to do next. Alright. So the 30 minutes is up, so I'll invite Anani to bring the sample so that we can get our acetanilide. So Joe, please come. So we have our ice bath here, and we are going to cool the mixture. So Anani, let's go.
So as I pour the substance in, madam will be stirring it for us.
Okay. So you have to keep stirring for the acetanilide to form. So the stirring is my favorite part. I enjoy doing that. So I can see the crystals forming. Okay, so the crystals are formed, as you can see. So I'm going to filter it. So Joe will do that for us.
Okay. So I'll pour the whole solution here, then wait for filtrate to just get into my beaker, but I'm only interested in the residue. So it's the residue that after that I'll add more water so that I'll take all the acetic acid from it, since there will be two products that will be formed here. But I'm only interested in the acetanilide, not the acetic acid. So more water will be added so that the acid will be taken away, and after that I'll take the residue, then heat it and recrystallize it to form my pure acetanilide. Right now what I have here is my crude acetanilide. So I'll be filtering it small till I get all my residue here. Then I get away with the acetic acid. Then we can continue with our recrystallization. So as I said, when you are done filtering it, you must add more water so that you wash the acetic acid from it, because it's only the the acetic anhydride that we need.
The acetanilide. So aniline is trying to wash it with water so that we get rid of the acetic acid. It is produced as a byproduct from the explanation that Ima did. So we just wash it or rinse it with more distilled water so that the acetic acid will go away. Yes, because we don't need it here. So the acetanilide form is not white. As you can see, it's like brownish color because it's not pure, it's crude. So when we recrystallize it to get the pure acetanilide, you will not see it as this one. Okay.
So as Madam rightly said, when this is done filtering, I'll send it to, I have already poured some distilled water in a beaker, about 100 ml, so that I'll add this one to it and wash it and recrystallize it on my heating panel. So I'm just waiting for the thing to finish.
So I think it's done. So let me bring it out for my viewers to see. So this is it. This is how it looks like, the acetanilide. This is how it looks like. So you are going to recrystallize it in hot water. The water is already on hot plate. So I'll give it to Joe for Joe to heat it for us.
Okay, thank you. So here I have my crude acetanilide. So I'll dump them into the hot water carefully. So as I pour, they will all dissolve, and we will filter it hot because some of the things are insoluble in cold water, and it's only the acetanilide which is insoluble in cold water. So that's what you'll be looking for. So I'll be adding it. So as I've added everything, all the acetanilide have dissolved in it. So now I'll filter it whilst hot. Else when I don't filter it whilst hot, the acetanilide will form on top of the filter paper. So as I pour my hot solution into here, I'll leave it back on the plate so that I can get my crystals at the bottom of the beaker. Now, because the bottom of the beaker is cold, as the filtrate touches the bottom of the beaker, the crystals will start forming. So I'll do this till all my solution have been filtered. Okay, so after the filtration, you see this pure acetanilide is whitish compared to the other acetanilide that we produced. So now I'm here to filter it so that we can get our pure acetanilide on our filter paper. So I'll just pour a lot of water. So I'll wait for it to filter, and after that my pure acetanilide will be on top of my filter paper. Okay, as you are done with the filtration, you can see the pure crystals on the filter paper.
So
See,
these are the pure crystals.
Wow,
It's looking
beautiful.
shiny.
Wonderful.
glitters.
So what we will do is we will dry it and determine the melting point. Always you have to determine the melting point. Okay, so this is the pure acetanilide. Yes. So we have come to the end of today's activity, and I want to thank my video director, Mr. Ajiman. Say hello. AKA, we will not take it.
We will not take it.
We want to thank our video director so much, and also to my two Efos, Efo Solo and Efo Felix. And I have other police here. You'll be seeing them in other videos. Bismarck and Abigail, they are sitting there laughing. You know, when Imaya and Joe were doing the practical, they were making fun of them, but their time will come. So thank you viewers as well for watching, and please keep telling my channel to your friends. Tell your friends to subscribe to my channel, Priscano Kim, and we'll see you in our next video. Ima, would you like to say a shout out to your family in your language?
All right.
In your language.
Shout out to Mpo Azandero Atia Kapo Ladi Azandero Kapo Yaba ni Yazo Wava Kalepo Enzo na Wava.
Thank you. And in your local dialect.
Okay, me church for ne mom titi me damasi. Some of what me met my video. I'm very happy with the results. Thank you.
Alright, so thank you my lovely viewers. We'll see you in our next video. It's bye for now.
Hasta luego.